injection site reactions, headache, and nausea. Rare serious injection site reactions can occur, so tell your provider about any side effects. 99.9% of people say HIV negative. Ask a healthcare provider if Yeztugo is right for you.
A Chewy order is on the way for Jaws. He never lets go of what he loves. So Dad uses Chewy to get him everything he needs to keep loving life. One mouthful at a time. For low prices. For life with pets, there's Chewy.
You want to put the heavier items on the bottom. Let's let him do his job. Right. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Latte for Jan?
We got a latte for Jan. Remember, you don't work here. Latte for Jan?
I need to chicken myself. Ooh, I would not have that.
Julie. J-A-N. Jan as in January. Canned goods, OJ, root beer, then probably sandwich cookies.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home without opening level with us.
Could be Jan, I guess. Jan?
At Burger King, celebrities don't inspire our menu. You do. And you said you like steakhouse flavors. The Ultimate Steakhouse Whopper is here. It's rich, it's melty, it's savory, and it's a match by you. Try the latest in the Whopper by You series today.
So guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Cheese! Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 and get a new iPhone 17 on up. No trade-in needed.
Elimination races can be decided by 1,000th of a second. The last thing we need to be thinking about in those moments is payroll. Thankfully, we have Gusto. When athletes are racing at 90 miles per hour, Gusto helps us stay focused on performance, not paperwork.
DraftKings Sportsbook is your home for live betting, and new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use promo code SMF when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Back in Santa Clara, Jack Collinsworth with Matthew Barry. Barry's bet finished the year on a 9-game leader. Congrats on that, by the way. Here's your best bet for Super Bowl.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Seattle will exploit that using Walker as a receiver.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. This one is for all the marbles. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Around the globe, wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday. Great to share with you one more time, Greg. What a 2025 season, all the twists, all the turns, and it all culminates tonight here in Santa Clara.
And I think this is a matchup like that. I don't know how many people had it here just even a couple weeks ago, but you look at the rosters, both sides of the ball, very well balanced, very well coached. So I think the biggest thing each team told us all week was, let's just handle the emotions of the pregame. Let's handle all of the lead-up. Because once that ball's kicked off, let's just rely on what's gotten us here. And I think we're in for a treat.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. We'll get this on just shy of the 30. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
And he's going to be hit and drop behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
He's found his receiver, Boucher. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They get 21 on that ball. First down, New England.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Operating for the shotgun, it's May. Well, here down the field will fall incomplete. DeMario Douglas, the intended target. And third down coming up.
So something they teach these defenders, and especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And so great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with a pick.
13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Patriot first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around, make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with his coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone who needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 9. Again, it's Henderson. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
And it's third down.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is going to be full in. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the end.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had your hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So following the touchdown, Oregalis is back to send this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters. I can promise you, that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. The second down throw is incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. Just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all the quarterback's options downfield, left them with nothing really else to do, but to just simply throw that one away.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. This time the sliding make it a little more difficult to stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, New England.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A run, and this is Henderson. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting it to the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is May. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And When you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And that'll set up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On play action, here's Darnold. He'll step up and run this.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal. But nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And no returns forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Healing forward for maybe a yard. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Here's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible. Because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Taken in right side by Barnum.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of controlling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
It is third and long. Now, Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big play here in the big game. That goes for 58.
What did he tell us during the week, Mike? He says, I want to get more involved in the passing game. And I'll tell you what, I can understand why he feels that way. I mean, to take that intermediate throw and turn it into a big explosive play, they got to continue to get that guy the ball.
Mark down at the 6.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the Patriots' 6-yard line.
Here now, second down and goal. Darnold to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take this down to the 2. But a good tackle there. Going to set up third and goal.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of the receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It is brought in the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seattle.
When you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. stop there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Once more, it's Anderson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Throwing is May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That'll be a gain of 20. Much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point. Does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Throwing on second down. May. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield.
He's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Byron Murphy. And then before the sack worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing now is May. Back complete to Henderson. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On third and long, here's May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Well, Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. And left side, it's caught. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. When both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold them to no gain.
On second down, it's Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter from the 43. Here's 2nd and 9 as we are ready to get back underway. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 38 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, it's about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big time play.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Now the point after try from Myers. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Patriots 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense headed back to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come out for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Mays to throw on second down. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
And it brings up third down.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Patriots first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan. Because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the ground, here is Henderson. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Nicky Manwari is there to make the play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They're going. It's May. That is incomplete. Now they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. The ball's out. And the Patriots are going to recover.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is, and remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground. And they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Darnold to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Barner. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. When you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So he makes his first catch of the day. Even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball what they say. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Off a play fake. Here's Darnold. He'll complete it to Barner. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The Seahawks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. 17 yards on the game, and now they've got first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them on the chalkboard, like, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run.
His way into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead.
Patriots 7.
After the change, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. They're trying to establish some tempo. They start this one with first and 10. Off a play fake, here's May. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. In motion is Barney. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Hunt brings it in left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, and seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On 2nd down, Walker. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Here's Walker. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. The defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive. It's some points.
Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th and goal.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. It's Henderson. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, it's May. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Out of the gun, here's May. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He needed 13 and got 14 for the first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, New England.
First down, New England.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, like, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That is hot downfield by Douglas. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. They run straight ahead with Henderson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there and you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Working out of the gun. It's May. That is hauled in at the 5. And he is out of bounds. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
To throw now, May. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
That's one he loves to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
This defense holding tight now from the 3-yard line. They'll try to stop third and goal. They'll send a man in motion left. A fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Way beyond Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here at the break.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Patriots back within 10. It's now 24-14. So following the touchdown, Morales is back to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. First and 10. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. First down throw there is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On play action, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep. Going to Powell. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like you put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that ended up going back the other direction.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. That is hot! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play here in the big game. And even 50 yards.
At the 24-yard line.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they've had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
Here's Darnold again. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Seattle.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made, you've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
They'll work now on second and 4. Here's Walker. He is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
6-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal.
So 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Myers out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Maniac on 1st and 10. On the move left. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
That's into the hands of Diggs. And he's in! Touchdown, New England. That's his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats are back within 6. 27. Patriots 21. Still time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Out wide. It's a screen to cut. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out front.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. Was brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4. And bring up 3rd down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Third down. Ready to go. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Darnold to the air once more. Moving to his left.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
So 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara, a Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hansen.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios at the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone. Both teams thinking they can pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. Shaheed now to return it. He'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. We'll see the offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Seattle.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's Darnold. That one on target to Cup. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seahawks.
Mike Wiesnett was saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now we'll get a two-point try here. Darnold has the offense lined up.
The Seahawks will line up for the
They'll run for it with Walker. And he will get into the end zone and pump the lead up by 2 more.
Patriots coming off.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So, from 37, here's second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. They get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Handoff, and it's Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, New England.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Seahawks 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's May. Pass completed to Douglas. It'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Made to the air once more. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Now Stevens. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point now for BookofEliGaming. His kick is good. And the Patriots back with it. It's 35-28. So following the touchdown, BookofEliGaming is back to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense has Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field.
27-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
There's two big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike. Is the first one, how do they operate on 3rd down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact. That's what separates the good ones from the rest. And that was a big-time throw right there.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Really can't afford to go 3 and out here, Mike. I know you got the lead, but it's not insurmountable by any means, especially after they just scored their last time out. So they've got to dial up their best third down protection, best third down play, whatever it is, by any means necessary. They've got to keep this drive alive.
And that one thrown away to the sideline. It's incomplete. It's a frustrating series. It'll bring up fourth down.
Really nice coverage there defensively, and here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Working out of the gun. It's May. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, like they call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone, I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
I know, I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. So I was in a critical situation. There is no doubt where I'm going.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is May. We'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's third down.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Here's May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Ramondre Stevenson was the intended target that time. And now it's 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable, incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
1st play action. Here's Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And the work is close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Here's a design run. And he's not going to get the first down. They let him run him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
On the return is Jones. And some nifty running on the return. Some good yardage before he was taken down. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's a give to Stevenson. He'll push forward for about a yard. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll go again here with Stevenson. They convert on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make a play.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. May gonna look to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, New England.
1st down, New England.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
To throw on 1st down is May. Still get this off to Stevenson. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. To throw now. May. Look at him, big target. Henry over the middle. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had a nice separation there early. Let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
A run here with Stevenson. He'll take this down inside the 30. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
Leonard Williams. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing is May. There's that man again. Another pass. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Patriots.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
May now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball is arriving. It'll bring him 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Develops another catch for his favorite target. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They've got it, it'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson, touchdown New England. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side of the end zone, and they get 6.
The extra point is good. And the Pats will tie things up all even at 35. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Now gives to Walker, running right. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take it back down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll rotate cut. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game late. And this is 3rd down. Going for it all. That is caught. And he will score. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will go up by 7.
Seahawks 42, Patriots 35.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. First down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down around the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run.
Well spot, Henry, open downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And another first down, and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
This is a great look here, Mike, when you have a very versatile tight end, the ability to move him around. He's like the ultimate chess piece. This snap, he's lined up in the slot. His ability to get downfield and use that big body. When you're going against these zone defenses, oftentimes that's the vulnerability of the coverage. The ball is on time, the ball is accurate, and his big tight end, he just did the rest. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And he'll be marked down at the 7, and will set up first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. They'll find the rookie third-round pick, Miles Williams.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. The Mario Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up. We got ourselves a ball.
Now, still down 1, here is an utterly critical extra point attempt. The kick is good, and that will tie this this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, he'll get across 20, coming down the 23-yard line. You see Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. They'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 25, here's second and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They get 22 yards there. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example of it.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big game there as they try to go take this lead.
The middle Smith and Jigba with the grab. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
13 more yards.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
In motion is Barner. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop in behind the line.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league. And he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Throwing, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Rashid Shaheed.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame him. There was really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
Seahawks field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
42.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football.
Let's go! Let's go!
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Slot man in motion right. May on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield. And that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
I don't see why I would.
The Patriots
the customer's dog is
ready to
dying.
kick it away. He forced the
Can we get him a dog?
here in the fourth quarter.
The dog's gonna die. Sorry.
Ooh. And he's going to be brought down. His team will get possession. Los Angeles offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a
Do I
first
start
and 10.
investing when I'm 16?
97. It can change my future. Always. I want to be a nurse or college. Be a businesswoman. I can save for a house. 2 trillion. This year, every American child gets an investment account. Millions of people buy it.
They run with Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll get 11 there.
Welcome to the Super Bowl right here for Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. It's time, Jay. One of the unlikeliest of Super Bowl matchups between two preseason-long got both led by stellar quarterback play. Both teams ranked in the top 10 in offense and defense this year, so buckle up to be about up and down the field and stand up there tonight. Both teams both will get free plays to get on touchdowns, bet $5, to get 300 in bonus bets. If you're bet wins, download the app, use the promo code, get inside.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Darnold now to throw. Taken in right side by Barner. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Tonight's kickoff show was presented by YouTube TV. Try to create points at any time.
And that is
Last year, the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots have both missed the playoffs. This year, time for the best record in the league. Meeting here in Santa Clara, California, to crown the champion of Super Bowl 60. Christian, probably here will 60-1 shots to get to the big game when the season started. Now they're here. Now it's game time. Get us all ready. What are you going to be looking for when Seattle has the ball?
Let's start with Jackson Smith and Jigba. What an amazing year that guy has had. NFL Offensive Player of the Year. But
The Patriots have always had a history of being able to take away the other team's best players. I'm anxious to see what that
protecting a fourth-quarter lead.
Man, I'd love to get creative with you right here, but I can't. This game really falls on Greg May.
He was hoping for. It downs into the end zone.
Facing the number one scoring defense, and he will have to have one of the best days of his career to look.
We're all ready to kick it off, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
One last piece of business to do, but that will go back down to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary, our Super Bowl 60 captains and honorary captains represent the past, present, and future of our sport and our great country. The captains of the NFC champion Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Dennis Witherspoon, Quentin Russell, Leonard Williams, and Julian Love.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Give up the middle to Stevenson. And he's going to have a Patriots first
Our
down.
honorary captains for Super Bowl 60. Three remarkable young leaders.
How would you like to be a defender and see a guy like this coming full steam ahead, trying to barrel down on you? I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that. You can see why his ability to play through contact is just not to handle.
On first down, they'll stay with Stevenson.
Joining them are 20 football Hall of Famers and
he gets a yard out of that one. Second down.
He was the MVP of Super Bowl 10 from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Lynn Swann. Super Bowl 41 MVP and Super Bowl 50 champion played right here in the Bay Area.
Right back to Stevenson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
For this historic coin toss, the NFL is honored to use the Libertas Americana Medal, a treasure of our nation's founding, designed by Benjamin Franklin, commemorating 1776. Following today's ceremony, this historic coin will take its place in the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. And now, please welcome game referee Sean Smith.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And welcome to Super Bowl 50. I'm Charles Smith, and I'll be your referee today.
Not far, bro.
Make the call.
Running these underneath crossing
In my hand
routes,
is
you would imagine
$300
lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for a big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Talk to the call. Help him get the kill. Get a good kill.
He's found his receiver boots in. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, New England.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that.
And he will get into the end zone. Drake May. Touchdown, New England.
All right. So
what a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
We've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
They're interrupting our coverage. There has been a threat to publicly release government material long shrouded in secrecy.
Borregales now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots have taken a 4-point advantage.
Do you think there could be others? What are you going to do?
All at once. If they do this, there's no one doing it.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
We've got ourselves a Super Bowl rematch. We're talking Seahawks versus the Patriots. Now, Seattle has got an elite defense, right? Allowing the fewest points per game in the league. Meanwhile, New England, they boast a versatile offense that's capable of scoring through the air and on the ground. That is a recipe for some great football. Now, don't forget to check out all the live betting markets at DraftKings Sportsbook. Once the game begins, new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just download the app and use the promo code when you sign up.
Your team to me is easy. You just settle for anything less.
I think everybody settled for just a minute. It's just a bit. That's been hard to do. But what I saw from
A very quick first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL,
so I use TV for free and see why it's the #1 live TV service.
separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. Exactly what he's able to do here. And
so the following special presentation, the next most football movie, Super Bowl 60.
Another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
Super Bowl is the area for the third time.
And his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. When they're working together like this, that's the definition of a teach team.
Looking straight his way again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a game.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistake of who it is.
The first play of the playoffs for the Seahawks. We'll kick the third touchdown.
And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
60 minutes.
This is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
And the
2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60.
1 year ago today, Super Bowl Sunday,
see this one wrap up.
Tim Berlin had no idea he'd be a Seattle Seahawks. He lost 14-win season with Minnesota. Came to free agency. Geno Smith was the Seahawks quarterback. Geno couldn't get a deal done. Into the free agency market. It's now Sam Darnold. Here he is, starting to
Seahawks.
quarterback for the one team. Back to the this is the 35. And the Walker has been one to do.
That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision, realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Walker will drive the right side inside the window, brings it out. No game, maybe they want to say, you know, a lot of survive. Over there for the Patriots on the stop for it.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about what's going to happen in this game with Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Kupp, all the receivers, a big part of it. But what New England's defense is focused in on is going to block. The one thing that they believe is they're not winning this game unless they can stop the running game.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20
Go.
to the 21. That's where the drive will
Second
begin.
and 10.
The Patriots offense back on their feet for their next possession.
It's a first down from second-year man out of Michigan.
That will have to be absolutely perfect. You're going to see the matchup right there. And Marcus Jones, I don't think he can
They'll
believe
go
this.
up for first and 10.
Jeffco jumps the ball. Takes his speed. Butler will get the field goal.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
Great job
Go.
defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. This guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
At the line quickly, they were going tempo to the floor.
On second down,
So Chicken Tag.
they'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And get about 7. Still short of that first down.
Incomplete. That makes it almost gets the line, gets snap up.
Oh, no question about it. They were trying to get up there because they knew there was a little bobble, a little question about whether or not that was there. Well done on the part of Seattle.
One more look at the cut catch. The ball was moving, maintaining control.
Working.
Again, clear and obvious. The replay assistant from there.
Here we
Otherwise, you've got a challenge. They did not. Turn probably about 6-4 referee with us throughout the game. You needed to
They
clarify.
desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go. And it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now,
Third and 8 offensive terrific in each play on 38 rushing.
I know it's 4th and
78
short,
yards
but
and
at this
4 touchdowns.
distance, you actually
Now
have
it's
to
third
clear a
down.
lane. You can't just fall
The
forward.
New England
push the
Patriots
pile.
love to play
So that
man
conversion,
coverage.
it's as much of a
The
credit to the
success
blocking
here is
as it
whether
is
or
to
not
the
they're
running
going to be
back
willing
seeing
to
the
play
hole
man
and hitting it.
coverage.
Plenty of
Tight
time.
situation
3 timeouts
against
left.
these 3 lines.
It's first and 10.
It's
That's to the left side, taken in by Diggs. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
First field goal
First and 10.
of the
Here's
game.
May.
I mean, we are seeing
And the ball's out.
the New England Patriots secondary. Watch them jumping routes in here. The passes that were completed down the field were so close to being picked, and it looks like the Patriots have come out here and decided, look, we're going to take our shots. We're going to go try and get the football.
Let's give
away
credit to
from
this
Sam
defense.
Darnold.
They know
have
they
been
were a stop
particularly
away from victory, and after forcing that late
It's
turnover,
Barnes, 11
it
years
looks like
veteran.
they're going to seal this one.
The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. One first down will essentially end the game.
And I'm like, guys, get the ball.
So you guys are just like super on, right?
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And some space opens as he brought down following the gain. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one.
Did we just hit some link on the song? Hold on. He's done the studio all we will make it worse. To slowly not is done.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here comes the best ball.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll step up and run this. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down. New England going to take their second timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
So you're not no.
Nobody gets the thrill of being alive more than us. The DraftKings trusted us to do this ad live from the
Here's first and 10.
Tonight, live bet the game on DraftKings to score your share of $5 million.
Victory very much in sight now.
There's so many live options to bet on, like Seattle or New England, next TV. So bet on all the twists and turns, but when you're live, anything can happen.
Second and 11.
All right, baby. This is really
And that'll do it. For the first time in more than a decade, the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case of so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the play